Well, Micky, first thoughts after that?
Well, that's when you're on top, as much as what we were in the first half. The obviously Cavalry with the first goal, was there for everybody to see. We weren't good enough to put it in the net in the vital moments, and think that's what we'd have to say. But we're good enough to get to the moments and create good chances. Yeah, I think we were. But we just, that hardest part, put the ball in the back of the net. We just want today's, the way that you look at performance, we weren't good enough to do that today. We gave them something to hang on to, and they to be fair to Crewe, they worked really hard and got the blocks in and worked really hard to do that, and we just weren't good enough to put the ball in the net. But everything else, I think we had the right go at it. We kept battling away. It was all about us, but we just couldn't get that last vital out of touch.
And clear opportunities as well. I mean, Ellen never had one in the first half, then Joe has one in the second half as well.
Yeah, you've got to take in Derek, but there's no use me saying that it's anything else, is there? When the opportunities come, or where you're on top as much as what we were, and we get into the good positions, and then we create the chances like that, you've got to get the first goal, because you've got to score when you're on top. And then the goal that we get away is obviously disappointing from your point of view, a poor header, and they've had struck it really, really well, to be fair. What we would expect to do much better with the header that we gave away. But that was about in the 34th, 35th minute. We were so much on top at that point that we would only have ourselves, we'd have to hold ourselves responsible for not getting the first goal when we were on top.
When you look at your options on the bench, I mean, you brought the experience of John Nolan on, but did you not feel as anything you could do from the bench to sort of change the pattern on the way he was going, because you had so much possession in the final third?
We don't have any more strikers, Derek. So yeah, if it'd be lazy of Andy just to say, yeah, you just put on somebody like the two wingers that we have, or the strikers that we have with young Jake, or a striker that we had to put on. The other lads that were on the bench, defenders and midfield players. So attacking wise, we didn't have anything else. We tried to jig it around a wee bit and get John on the ball, John Nolan, which I think he did. He made some good little passes, and I think that if you don't take the first goal when you're on top like we did, it's going to be very difficult. And we weren't good enough to put the ball in the net when the moments come, and that's probably the way that you would say.
What you're saying now, we're into the transfer window, that sort of give us a clue as to what you're looking to do to try and get a few more attacking players on the books?
I think for sure. I think we need attacking options. I think that would be for sure. I think we're late and have been off season in that end of the pitch, and yeah, it would be nice to be able to turn around and have wingers and or wide players or attacking players or ball carriers or strikers there that can maybe help us with that. And we'll look and see if we can do that over the next few days and weeks. See if we can do something about that. We'll need to wait and see.
Will you getting close to that, or will you have to shift some players out to make that movement happen?
I'd need to shift some players out and move some players out before I could probably do that. Shape the squad around a little bit, and that's not easy. But we'll do what we can in order to try and bring, if we can, that wee bit more cutting edge at that end of the field. But I don't think that was the story. I think we were talking about the story of today's game. You've got to get it first goal. I mean, we were buoyed on by a magnificent support, and I feel like we and me, including that, felt like we've let them down by not getting that first goal when we were so on top, and show that wee bit more clinical in the 18-yard box. When we did clearly get the opportunities to do that, but as I say, we just didn't able to do it.
Well, I suppose having said that, the festive period hasn't been that bad, and 2 victories. It's just when you win those first 2 games, you're really open to put on again, aren't you?
Yeah, of course, sure. You want to be greedy and win all 3. And starting the other day, it's a sore one, because we want a big support. We've won the last 2 games. You get the opportunity to come here and you play like you did for the first 35 minutes. You go on then, carry on, and then you get the 3rd one. But keep it back to, we weren't good enough to put it in the net, so don't put it in the net when the moments come. We would have very difficult to win game.